when someone leaks something, it goes to TMZ.
Uh-huh.
Like the regular person that channels with TMZ. When you see something come on and it comes on CNN, that's a little different. That could have came from the government itself, like, you know. You know, and then they benefited probably the most from those parties.
I don't know if it's a party. I'm saying that metaphorically. You know what I'm saying?
But you've heard about the parties that everyone is talking about. But you've never got invited to them. So you
I don't know what
really...
part. I don't know. I don't even know what the party. That's how far out of it I am.
Happy birthday to me!
Kanye West, I hate that man. Plus I seen the nigga at one of Puff parties and sucking dick in the bathroom.
Dick in the bathroom they sent just leaked footage of Kim and Kanye at one of Diddy's parties. And it's so bad it could get them both locked up. This is an unreleased tape that the feds already had something they found during the Diddy raids, but now Fiddy's making. Sure, the public sees it too. According to leaked footage, Kim was allegedly heavily involved in Diddy's crimes and played a major role as his helper. If these allegations hold true, it could spell major trouble for Kim. Now here's another wild part. Kanye literally showed up in court in an all-white outfit a few days ago to support Diddy, and this is the same guy that Kanye used to call a Fed.
According to leaked footage, Kim was allegedly heavily involved in Diddy's crimes and played a major role as his helper. If these allegations hold true, it could spell major trouble for Kim.
How did Kanye go from claiming that Diddy made a deal with the government to inform on other celebs to now publicly supporting him? Well, according to 50 Cent, all ties to Kim Kardashian and her involvement in Diddy's criminal empire. So in this footage that 50 leaked both, Kim and Kanye are caught on camera at one of Diddy's parties engaging in what looks like a group situation with several other people, and even mainstream media picked up the story when this footage first surfaced, but Kris Jenner swooped in with a classic Kardashian cleanup and the whole thing disappeared. But 50 Cent is not letting it slide. He's connecting the dots and airing it all out on social media. And if what he's saying is true, the Kardashian empire could crash and burn right next to Diddy.
It's a scene. You know, Kanye West gets out of this luxury vehicle, the Maybach you see there, walks into court, shakes a hand, and he left after about 20 minutes because he was not allowed into the main courtroom. We caught him in the hallway. He told us that he was there to support Sean Combs. I'm not sure.
Now, as for Kanye, this old clip from an interview with Wu-Tang Clan's Method Man just went viral, where Meth claims he saw you going at a Diddy party, and all this came out just days before Kanye made a surprise appearance at Diddy's trial to show his support and was greeted in front of the court by Diddy's son Christian.
Not 50 Cent telling us who was actually at the Vegas party. I thought Kanye was going to tell on himself by the end of the day, but never did I think 50 was going to put it out there.
After this, 50 said didn't waste any time, and he went straight at Kanye, exposing the real reason he's now all of a sudden showing support for Diddy. And you can probably guess the reason. That's right, he's involved too. 50 shared an AI-generated photo of himself in all white, followed by a snapshot of Kanye wearing a white outfit for the court appearance, and in the caption, 50 took a swipe at Kanye and his wife Bianca, writing, "We are wearing white in honor of the freak-offs. Damn, you should have brought your dirty little wife with that Grammys outfit." But 50 didn't stop there. He also shared another post dragging Kanye and Bianca after Kanye showed up at Diddy's trial, and he said in the caption, that's why he was supporting Diddy. His was out in Vegas with that little dirtbag LOL. By the way, 50 was talking about something Diddy's witness Jane Doe said on the stand last week. She described a night in Vegas with another famous rapper and his girlfriend, claiming they all hit a strip club together and then went back to a hotel party. And according to Jane Doe, this famous rapper made a move on her after she exposed herself while dancing. And while the rapper wasn't named in court, Jane Doe said he's an icon and a close friend of Diddy. And now 50 Cent's clearly hinting that this rapper is Kanye. But here's where it gets even messy. 50's also saying this didn't just start when Kanye married Bianca. It actually goes way back, and it's deeper than people think. According to 50, the real connection is through the family that's had deep ties to Diddy for years, the Kardashians. And 50 is now saying that Kim wasn't just around, she was involved in Diddy's crimes. And guess what? Sources close to Fiddy are saying he's about to expose all this in his upcoming documentary. Fiddy already teased the doc on his IG and promised it'll break records when it drops. So what exactly did Fiddy discover about Kim Kardashian's link to Diddy's Rico empire? Well, this next part is wild because it turns out Kim did way more than just party with Diddy. So there's already a bunch of receipts out there showing Kim, Kris Jenner, and the rest of the Kardashians at Diddy's parties. In fact, they used to openly brag about it on their reality show.
Diddy and the Kardashians were in the bathroom. And as they were in the bathroom, one of the Kardashians was getting dry humped. And it's obvious to see which one was getting dry humped. It was Kim Kardashian. At the time, she was with Kanye. So at the time, when Kanye was doing whatever, and she goes off, she's getting dry humped on a wall by P.
However, we're now hearing that the Kardashians, specifically Kim and Kris, weren't there just to party. They were there to help Diddy recruit victims. But it gets even sketchier because 50 Cent reportedly uncovered something huge involving Kris Jenner's so-called church in 2009. Kris set up her own church called California Community Church, and there's been a lot of speculation that the main purpose of this church was tax evasion.
Kanye, do you think the Illuminati is behind this attack on Diddy?
So according to this report by The Guardian, the church was previously called the Life Change Community Church before Kris rebranded it and registered it as a nonprofit charity. But the shadiest part about this so-called church is that members have to pay a $1,000 monthly fee. And that's on top of giving 10% of their income as donations. Kris set it up as a registered charity, which means she gets a 10% annual tax write-off, which means those monthly fees go right back to her. So whenever one of the Kardashians needs a tax break, they can just donate to mom's church, and boom, the money stays in the family. Here's just one example. According to tax records from the PayPal charitable giving fund, Kim once made Kris's church the beneficiary of her eBay charity auctions. In 2012, California Community Church pulled in almost $20,000 from those sales, and in 2013, it got around $45,000. But here's something else Fiddy's team uncovered while digging into material for his Diddy documentary. Sources close to Fiddy are saying Kris wasn't just using her church to dodge taxes, but some of those so-called donations were actually used to pay off and silence Diddy's victims. So if it's true, it means Kris and Kim were moving money to protect predators and cover up serious crimes, which puts them right in the middle of the same case that already got Diddy locked up. And just when you think it can't get any shadier, rumors are now swirling that Kim secretly worked as Diddy's madam for years. So remember when Homeland Security raided Diddy's properties in March 2024? Well, Kim unfollowed Diddy on Instagram less than 24 hours before the raids happened, and apparently it was Corey Gamble, Kris's boyfriend, Diddy's longtime buddy, an alleged Cha asset, who tipped the Kardashians off before the raids went down. By the way, Kanye himself claimed Corey was Cha before all this mess with Diddy went down.
Yeah, so why do you care to go to this? Because I was invited and I think it would be fun. When are you gonna act your own age? It's like rap crew, like Rick Ross and Diddy. Do you think this is like your crowd? I know a thing or two about rap music.
Footage going viral showing Kim with very young Bieber and making some inappropriate comments. Music back in 2010 when Justin was only 16 and Kim was 29. They did this weird photo shoot in the Bahamas for an OWL magazine. Spread the photo showed Kim dressed provocatively, messing around in the water with Justin lying on the beach next to him and posing on a hotel balcony while he watched OWL. Also later shared a behind-the-scenes video from the photo shoot, and you could see Kim was dressed in lingerie while talking about Justin having a crush on her.
Because this church is clearly a tax write-off Bible. So in general, churches are huge tax loopholes. They're exempt from paying federal, state, and local taxes, and all their financial records are closed. Only God knows about those P&Ls. She set up California Community Church in 2009 with a co-founder that she met at Starbucks. This is what it looks like. And Kim has said in interviews that she gives 10% of her income to the church each year. If she makes $80 million a year, that's $8 million. And if the other sisters are doing that too, that's at least like $50 million in tithings. If your church made $50 million a year, would it look like this? Oh, and here's what I think really seals the deal. The girls don't worship there. They go to Hillsong, they used to go to Sunday service. Is it because this isn't really a church?
I first met Justin Bieber at the White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, D.C. And I think actually before that I had said in an interview that I wanted to set him up with my sister Kendall, who's 14. And then he had responded in an interview saying that, no, he didn't want to be hooked up with my sister, or he liked me, or something just silly like that. It was a joke. Kim also talked about how she and Justin sparked dating rumors after he called her his girlfriend on social media, and apparently Kim didn't think there was anything wrong that people were shipping her with a 16-year-old boy.
Yes, Corey CIA. Like, he didn't even have to say it. I know it. CIA. You're talking about, like, oh, shoot, what the fuck? Oh, this is my godmother. This is my he's Illuminati.
Then 16 and Kim was giving him these flirty looks the whole time. And remember, this photo shoot happened just months after Justin spent 48 hours with Diddy in 2009. And to make matters worse, the media was fully complicit in all this and were reporting on Kim and Justin dating rumors like it was perfectly normal. People magazine even ran a story titled "Kim Kardashian Channels Her Inner Cougar with Justin Bieber," and again, Justin was 16 at the time. Meanwhile, Kim kept making creepy comments about Justin, and when she appeared on Lopez Tonight, she again joked about having a crush on him and said she would date him if he was of legal age. So just imagine the outrage if the genders were reversed. But that's not all. During one episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim was seen talking about the Elle photo shoot with Chris and Kendall, and she again said she wished Justin was 18.
President Bieber. Yeah. Yo, what's up? Like, I'm calling you and answering.
Yeah, that was low.
That was weird.
That was crazy.
That was weird.
They did not run through Bieber.
They was pressing him like, why you not answering your phone? Like, yo.
He wasn't answering for a reason.
Because you did things to me.
Do we actually think Kim was trying to hook up with Justin Bieber? No, however, it's even darker than that. You're about to learn from 50 Cent's documentary that Kim had a different reason for getting close to Justin, and it all ties back to the Kardashians' deep ties to Diddy. After Justin spent those 48 hours with Diddy, he was reportedly so shaken up and traumatized that he wanted to walk away from the industry, and that's when Diddy sent Kim to smooth things over and to convince Justin that what he saw was normal and that everyone in the industry does stuff like that. But 50 isn't done dropping receipts yet. In fact, this might just be the beginning. Apparently, Corey Gamble was spotted leaving a closed-door meeting in Beverly Hills with Kanye. And let's just say vid's about to blow the lid on exactly why Kanye is suddenly forced to support Diddy.
First met Justin Bieber at the White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, D.C. And I think actually before that, I had said in an interview that I wanted to set him up with my sister, Kendall, who's 14. And then he had responded in an interview saying that, no, he didn't want to be hooked up with my sister. He liked me or something just silly like that. It was a